lot of you think that you have permanent hair loss. So today this video is dedicated to you because a lot of you really don't have permanent hair loss. But if you continue to do the things that you're doing, of course, you will end up with permanent hair loss. So I'm going to give you a few tips because I know a lot of you have probably saw that you did experience some hair loss and you did stop. You was like, you know what? I'm just going to put some wigs on it or whatever you have done, but you're suffering in silence because you think that the hair is not growing back. I'm going to give you a few pointers so you can know and see. Who is this texting me? So you can know and see whether or not you're one of the ones that your hair is growing back. Out of 10 women that say that they have alopecia, that's the new thing that my sisters love to say when it comes to their crown. Oh, I have alopecia. You really don't have alopecia. You do have alopecia, but it is the one that's traction alopecia. And so with traction alopecia, if you catch it in time, it doesn't have to be permanent. So let's go ahead and dive in and figure out whether or not you're one of the ones that is actually growing your hair back, right? You stopped all of the bad practices. You stopped doing the stuff that compromises the integrity of your hair. And guess what you're doing? You're making a difference. You're like, let me get this together. You've been watching videos or you've been watching beauty pioneers. And you're like, let me get my stuff together. So one of the things you're going to notice is it's not, the bald spot is not as shiny. You know what it reminds me of? The best way to explain it. You know how people have a baby. Now I'm from Miami. And the baby hair is, we call it clean. Like it's all smooth and pretty, but it got some hairs kind of laying on it. We say, oh, that baby got clean hair, right? So it's not bald shiny, but it has, you can see the little hair follicles. It looks a little like dark. That's your hair follicles actually waking up. So if you're seeing that and you don't see that shininess anymore, then most likely your hair is going to grow back, okay? So I want to inspire you sisters because I know we be giving y'all them videos and like, oh my God, I'm just done for. No, you're not done for. You will be if you don't change it, okay? The next thing you'll notice a lot of itching and tingling. Now, it's two things that I notice sometimes when a woman is experiencing hair loss, right? Especially at the center, and that's the female pattern baldness, they will tell you at the top of their head that it's itching, right? So if you having that type of experience where you're like, why is my hair itching so much? Then you definitely want to go to a dermatologist, trichologist, and find out what's going on. However, if you have experienced hair loss, but because of traction alopecia, maybe you try to sew in that was braided too tight or weave a wig and they braided it down too tight or braids, whatever the case may be, and you start noticing the hair thinning, but now it bald and it went to that extreme. You're like, oh my gosh, I lost my hair. If you go back and you look, you'll see, if you can look and see and you stop doing those things, you'll start seeing that. So it'll be a clean scalp. It'll be itchy, right? The next thing you'll see is you'll see a light grayish, maybe even sometime really lighter hair than your hair. And you're like, well, what is that? That is the awakening. Like the hair follicles are open now and it's starting to push through those gorgeous baby hairs. You'll notice tiny sprouts along the crown of your head and your edges. So you'll notice the follicles. And when you see that, that means your hair follicles are active, which is great, right? Okay. You may also notice uneven length, but that's okay. That's normal. The hair is growing back. So you may see some short, some long. That's fine. That's new hair. We love it. Remember what I told you. If you have hair, you have good hair. It's not a certain texture. You have good hair if you have hair. All right. Next, when your nervous system is in your, when your nervous system or your scalp heals. Remember I did the video recently on your nervous system? When your scalp heals, the shedding slows down. So you won't notice, you'll notice that it'll be less hair on your pillowcase or in your combs. You'll notice that even when you're taking a shower, you'll notice that as well, that you're not losing as much hair. Your hair sheds every day at least 50 strands. However, you'll notice a very noticeable difference that that's not the case with you. All right. Your hair also may grow in patches before it evens out. So you may notice some hair over here growing, but you may had another, maybe on this side it's not growing as fast, and you think like, well, I'm laying on that side too much. Maybe that's what it is. Nope, that's not what it is. It's just doing what it needs to do. One thing I would tell you, when you lose hair, however many years that it took for you to lose the hair, have patience with the hair growing back, okay? When you start seeing it grow back, don't take advantage of it and say, oh, this is my time to go ahead and put some more strenuous or tight braids in my hair because I got my edges back. No, 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 no. Keep doing what you're doing. Just stay patient, okay? Stay patient. All right. The next thing you want to do is, remember, you need at least the first 3 to 6 months. It's going to be irregular but consistent, okay? Can help fill the gaps. So keep it consistent at least 3 to 6 months, all right? When you start seeing that growth, you know you're in the right place. Please don't do anything to jeopardize that, right? Now, what helps support the growth, the regrowth? Low tension hairstyles, not too tight braids, not the wigs. And I noticed too, this is something, I did a video on that with that. I saw somebody do this where they tied, once they put the lace front on, they tied it so tight that I said, oh my God, she's gonna have an aneurysm. It was so tight on that weave band. Y'all, please, that's another thing that's killing your edges, okay? So nothing tight on there. Now, the areas where you have lost your hair, you can take some peppermint oil, jojoba, I always say this wrong, jojoba oil, rosemary oil, put it on those tips and massage through there. If you can get that massage, like if you one of those people, I had a friend that always went to Massage Envy, and you want to get your massage that way, you can do that as well. Make sure you get vitamin D, and protein is extremely, extremely important. And also manage your stress levels. Remember the video on your nervous system. When you have stress coming about, and we know we have everyday life, when you notice that something is stressful, maybe you're about to go in on an interview, maybe your kids done did something that's driving you crazy, maybe you're going through life-changing issues, once you can tell your body is shifting and changing, remember the steps I told you to do. Meditate, breathing techniques that you need to do in order to just let that feeling pass. It's there. It's going to happen, whatever it is, called polarity. You got the good, you got the bad, right? So your life is not always going to be on a high, right? And so on a good high and things like that. So move through that. Manage your stress levels. As long as you manage your stress levels, everything is working. It's working, guys. It's working, okay? So you definitely don't have permanent hair loss, all right? And last but definitely not the least, we're going to massage. You're going to do all of those different things. You're going to make sure, you already know what I'm going to. And the reason why I'm telling you to manage before I go to the last one is you want to manage your cortisol. Remember, cortisol can be good or it can be bad. You want to keep that cortisol low so you won't have the belly fat, you won't have the stress, the headaches, and losing your hair. So we don't want that, okay? And last but not least, a good protein diet, high in iron, fatty, high in iron and rich foods for strong hair follicles. What you put in your body also comes out your body. So avocados and different kind of nuts, almonds, things like that, those are good. The same thing that you see, the ingredients that they show you now for you natural hair women, the same ingredients that you see there, those are the same things that you need to nurture your body. If you're not allergic, please don't do something that you know you're allergic to. And guess what? You will have your hair back. If you see those signs, ladies, that means your hair is growing back. Don't do anything different except make it better. Create more better habits. And that means to continue to what? Do it in a positive way. No stressful hairstyles. No, please, no plaits on the edges. Leave your edges alone with that whole edge tutorial swirl. It's not cute. All right. So I pray that this video blesses you. Now make sure you guys tune in. I'm going to put the link in for Beauty Pioneers. That's our new channel. We go live there. Make sure you go there and subscribe. I started adding videos on there, but I need you guys to subscribe. Please, please, please. And thank you. And it was something else I wanted to let you guys know. I want to thank you for the video about the most dangerous hairstyles. I see a lot of you are watching and listening, and I'm so grateful that you guys are taking heed to that as well. I pray that this video blesses you, and guess what, guys? I will see you next video.